Yeah, hi there. I'm Ian Small and I volunteer at Severndroog Castle on Shooter's Hill in the Royal Borough of Greenwich. And every day during the online festival at Severndroog Castle, I'll be talking about various aspects of the castle's past, present and future, from here in the courtyard to the building. And each story will feature different aspects of the castle. And in this introductory episode, I'm going to explain some of the basic features of the building, which is Grade 2 listed. In other talks, I'll be referring to Lady Anne James, her husband Sir William, and the events that gave the castle its name. Also what it's been used for, and about the campaign to restore it. Severndroog Castle was commissioned by Lady Anne James as a memorial to her husband, and it was designed by Richard Jupp, who also designed buildings for the East India Company, and it was built in the Gothic Revival style. It's my personal belief that it was probably inspired by a belvedere at a place called Bunny in Nottinghamshire, which was the family home of Lord Radcliffe, an Irish peer who married Sir William and Lady Anne's daughter shortly after Sir William's sudden death in 1783. The tower at Severndroog is 63 feet, or I suppose these days we have to talk about metric. It's 21 metres high, and standing here on the top of Shooter's Hill, the tower, the viewing platform on the top of the tower is 500 feet above sea level. It's a brick building and it dates from 1784. And two things confirm it's not a 15th century building or earlier. Firstly, the windows are much wider than they would be in a medieval castle. It wasn't designed for shooting arrows from. And secondly, the staircase is built the wrong way round. Now, if it was a real medieval castle, when you were going down the stairs would coil round anti-clockwise, so the widest part of the step would be on your right hand side, and the idea would be if you had people invading your castle, you could go down the stairs with the sword in your right hand. History doesn't recall what happened to left-handed soldiers in the Middle Ages. Perhaps they were burned as witches. Actually, sinistrality does tend to run in families. And as recently as the 1930s, children who were left-handed were often punished in school if they tried to write with their left hand. My father was left-handed, and so is my younger son. And Dad used to tell stories about his time in Plum Lane School in Plumstead, that if you picked up a pen in his left hand, he'd be rapped over the knuckles with a ruler. This was until my grandmother, who was the daughter of an army officer at Woolwich Barracks, and very Scottish, went into the school one day and sorted the teacher out. Nanny Small was also left-handed. A question we're always asked is how many steps are there in the staircase? And the answer to that is 86, or 88 if you include the two at the bottom leading out into the courtyard. If you walk up from the car park to the castle, it looks like a giant bucket and spade castle. But if you walk round, or if you look at it on a plan, it's actually triangular. And it's got a turret on each of the three corners. One turret encloses the staircase, and the other two turrets, there are small side rooms, which today are a kitchen, toilets, storage, and a space where a room that's used for various things, including signing the register when we have weddings here. This arrangement means that all of the rooms inside are hexagonal. Right, there's a viewing platform at the top of one of the turrets, and from here you can see an amazing panorama. Starting from your left, you can see part of Dartford, but not quite as far round as the QE Bridge. Looking over Elton Park, Blackfen and Sidcup, you can see down as far as Rootham Hill with its radio mast. Gradually turning to your right, you see most of Eltham, including the school, which now stands on the site of Park Farm, which was Sir William and Lady Anne's country estate. Following along the skyline, you'll see Biggin Hill, which was a Battle of Britain station in the Second World War. And in the foreground now is the Progress Estate, which was built in 1915 for the munitions workers at Woolwich Arsenal. And then you see the rest of Eltham, Kidbrooke, Lee and Catford. And on a clear day, you can make out the IKEA Tower at Croydon. And you can also see the TV masts at Beulah Hill and Crystal Palace. And some of our younger visitors are convinced that they can see the Eiffel Tower. Sorry kids, no, it's just a bit too far to see, and it's actually in the other direction. Then look at Blackheath and Lewisham and lift your eyes up to the skyline, and if it's really clear, you will see Windsor Castle, which is nearly 30 miles away in a straight line. Bring a pair of binoculars with you or a camera with a long lens to get full benefit of the view, because as you move around, you'll find the whole of West and Central and North and most of East London can be seen. Everything from Heathrow Airport in the west to City Airport in the east and Alexandra Palace in the north, and just about everything else in between. All the famous and infamous landmarks of London, far too many to mention at the moment. It would take a 10-minute video just to list them all. Suffice it to say that most people that arrive here for the first time and get up to the viewing platform say, wow. People say that it's a better view than the Shard, you can see more, and it's about a tenth of the price. You can see 7 geographic counties from up there: Berkshire, Middlesex, London, Hertfordshire, Essex, Kent and Surrey. I hope my verbal description has whetted your appetite to come and visit when it reopens, as it is more, so much more than just a folly.